Hello, I'm Colt Christ, and this is my presentation on how the possession of nuclear weapons affects international relations. A little context on where the issue of nuclear weapons possession is most prevalent. I have a list of the countries who own nuclear weapons and a map to help visualize this. So in the entire world, there are 13,080 nuclear weapons in circulation. 90% are owned by either America or Russia, which totals out to about 11,807 nuclear weapons. 9 total countries possess nuclear weapons. Russia has the most with 6,257, followed by America with 5,550, then China with 350, France with 290, the United Kingdom with 225, Pakistan with 165, India with 156, Israel with 90, and North Korea in last with 50. Nuclear weapons have a distinct impact on relations between countries. They act as both a deterrent and a destabilizing force. The points that I will be touching on in this presentation are the deterrence theory, nuclear proliferation, and the humanitarian impact of nuclear weapons. The first topic I will touch on is the deterrence theory, which is the idea that threats can deter adversaries from attacking in fear of retaliation. This is significantly amplified when nuclear weapons are added into the equation, due to their ability to cause mass destruction on an unmatched scale. One of the best examples of the deterrence theory is the Cold War between the USSR and the United States. Both of these superpowers possessed thousands of nuclear weapons. However, no matter how high tensions rose, war never broke out directly between the two countries. This is because both the USSR and the United States recognized that a nuclear war would result in mutually assured destruction. There would be nothing left of the two if a nuclear war broke out. Thus, the Cold War stayed cold, thanks to the threat of mutually assured destruction. The deterrence theory has its risks and rewards. While history has shown that there are many benefits to the deterrence theory, there are also many unforeseen risks that come with it. For example, if country A begins to threaten country B to deter them from attack, it could lead to country B feeling threatened and backed into a corner, thus launching their own attack at country A, feeling that there is no other way out of their conflict. This could lead to unnecessary wars, casualties, and environmental damage. Another issue that comes with countries possessing these weapons is nuclear proliferation. Nuclear proliferation is the spread of nuclear weapons to more countries throughout the world. Proliferation can be driven by a few different factors. One of them is if a country has a security concern that the government feels can only be solved by being in possession of a nuclear weapon. Another reason that nuclear proliferation can occur is through countries seeking regional domination. One of the best ways to hold power over neighboring countries is with the threat that any kind of provocation will be met with the force of a nuclear weapon. There are many consequences that come with nuclear proliferation. The first of many is the increased risk of nuclear war. With more and more countries owning nuclear weapons, this would only make the chances of a nuclear conflict more likely than when less countries had possession of these weapons of mass destruction. Another consequence is terrorism. With nukes being possessed by more and more countries, this increases the likelihood of one of these nukes falling into the wrong hands. If a terrorist group got their hands on a nuclear weapon, it would spell danger for every country in the world. Regional instability is another consequence of nuclear proliferation. With multiple countries in an area possessing nukes, this could easily lead to tensions rising between each country, creating instability for the foreseeable future. The final consequence of nuclear proliferation is the undermining of non-proliferation efforts. These are held by the International Atomic Energy Agency, who prevent nuclear proliferation. The final topic I will be touching on is the humanitarian impact of the possession of nuclear weapons. Nuclear detonation can have severe physical and psychological effects. Environmental damage can be so severe that the area surrounding the detonation won't be able to support life for thousands of years. Health implications for people in the area can be as immediate as death, or can come years down the line from cancer development and genetic damage for generations to come. The worst possible outcome for a nuclear conflict is a nuclear winter. A nuclear winter would cause permanent damage to the environment and possibly spell the extinction for the human race. A nuclear winter is when dust and smoke from the blasts of nuclear weapons envelop the world, blocking out sunlight for between 10 and 15 years. This would destroy the environment and cause a complete climate fallout across the globe. Throughout this presentation, I have touched on multiple topics involving the possession of nuclear weapons and their effects on international relations. A way to help limit the negatives of nuclear weapons would be to support all non-proliferation efforts that are going on around the world. This would help keep the problem controlled before it ever has the chance of getting out of hand. Thank you for your time and attention. If you want to look further into this topic, my works cited is on the following 2 slides.